Hello, my name is Santiago Ballen, and today I'm going to present you the literature review and the third chapter of my research called Analysis of Constructivist Strategies in E-Learning Settings in fifth semester Students of Foreign Language in the University of Pamplona. So, in order to begin with the literature review, I must talk about a research stated by Pavel C. and Vladimir V., which is e-learning setting implementation on universities. This study let us know the requirement of a good online course guided by a system centered on the student and not on the teacher or in the concepts of the course. Actually, this research was also more in depth explored with the constructivist e-learning in higher education research done by Bognar Vesga and Valta. This research help us to understand that Moodle is a platform that let the student communicate in a very efficient way through discussions. So they directed this study to explore how the interaction of the students in this platform Moodle, if it was really effective, if it was practical, and they prove that it can help the students to improve this area of discussion and interaction through some states or some parts of this platform. We also look for generalize the concepts of understanding new knowledge. So we take the research all efforts in pro of the four pillars of education from the UNESCO to see what is the necessary today for the students to know what they need to understand in order to have a full knowledge according to international standards. So here we can see that the UNESCO pillars are to know, to learn, to do, to communicate with others, and to be. It is a complex form of these four pillars that led the student to accomplish all the areas or personal and interactional areas that has. This study also let us know in which way we can conduct our research, and also I have to mention that e-learning strategies focused on collaborative and constructivist models help us to understand what are the parameters that we need to accomplish when doing constructivist pedagogical procedure, and applying these models, what can help us to improve or to take advantage of the materials that we have. So these e-learning strategies focus on collaborative and constructivist models and also guide us to know the importance in constructivism with the collaborative skills of each individual. And of individuals, I'm talking about the students. So this is the literature review, the most like significant parts of these studies that we have gathered. And now, talking about the third chapter, we will explain how or why we choose the qualitative research approach for this study. Um, we know that the perspective of the student about how a class is developed can be personal, and it is hard to to measure it through the numbers as a quantitative research. So, as Patton stated in 2002, um, if you want to know how much a person weighs, you can do it through a quantitative research. But if you want to know what that weight means for that individual, you must do a qualitative research. So that's why we choose this strategy or this approach for our study. Um, Now, the sampling criteria. It is focused on the University of Pamplona in Colombia. It is a big university in a small town. And we gather all these sampling individuals through convenience sampling, which let us choose a little part of a population of 25 students. We choose five through random parameters. So through this election, we choose 3 female and 2 male individuals or sampling subjects. Also, the data collection method is through narrative research. This because it is the best way to tell stories and to understand through these stories what the individual want to give, want to expose to others. The only thing here on this study was the difficulty of the face-to-face interviews that were necessary for this kind of research, the narrative research. So, because of the COVID crisis, COVID-19 crisis, we choose the online interviews and the service through Google Forms to help us guide all this process of gathering information, and to make it easier for all the individuals that take part of the sample of our study. And it is all for today. Thank you very much for your attention, and good night.